This is on Matthew 13 and 39. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels.
Right. So we're talking about the harvest. The harvest is the end of the world. Like you know, we were going into when the basically when the judgment comes and the elect are gathered and the 2/3 are destroyed. Those tares, you know. Hey, and yeah, basically, hey. All right, read that one again.
The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. And therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire. So shall it be in the end of this world.
That fire is the nuclear destruction. The tares they're gonna be burnt up in this fire. You know? So they go to show that that's talking about them wicked jakes, because a lot of Edomites gonna get this destruction. But the elites of the Edomites going into slavery.
Right.
And a lot of the Edomites around the world, they going into captivity. But them tares gonna be burnt up. But yeah, read on, it's a little bit more. Well, that's it on that, but it got some more. It's going into
Matthew 13 and 41. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who have ears to hear, let him hear.
Yeah, so it's going to the nuclear destruction, man. That lake of fire. The 2/3 Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, they gonna catch that fire, man. They gonna get the judgment of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. It's gonna be poured out without measure. Most I got a sword destruction coming for this place. So go ahead, brother.
Okay. Matthew 13 and 43. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and sell all that he hath, and buyeth that field.
Yeah, I wanted to bring that out too, man. So this is like a treasure. When you get in this truth, man, you get this knowledge. This is like a treasure. That when a man finds it, he go and sell all he had to buy that knowledge, man, basically to get this truth. That's what the parable is going into. So in other words, this is a thing to be valued. We shouldn't be worried about the things of this world. Read that one more time, man. I mean, that's going into giving diligence, man. If you really value this truth, man, this knowledge, you value your soul, you're gonna put your all into obtaining this knowledge and keeping it. Read it out.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, that which when a man hath found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he hath, and buyeth that field.
Yeah, the kingdom of heaven, man. This is a treasure. Basically, the kingdom of heaven is going into this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
I got it.
So, all right, bring it up.
It's Romans 11 and 33. Oh, the depths of the riches, both of wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out.
Those are the riches, man. It's a treasure. You know?
Yeah, I got them movies,
So why I'm bringing that out, man, the reason why I want that to come out too is because basically, man, you got to value this thing, man. So if this truth means anything to you, you're gonna give diligence to this work and attending to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You're gonna be a faithful steward of the gift that the Lord blessed you with. So yeah, read on, we got some more.
Hey, can I throw you something on? Cause that's crazy.
Hold on a second.
Y'all bullshit, man. Y'all helping white supremacy and don't even know it. Man, I just got kicked off of Facebook.
go ahead.
I just got kicked off of Facebook. You can cut that off. I got kicked off of Facebook, man, for throwing truth out there, man.
It's Matthew 13 and 45.
Really?
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant man seeking goodly pearls,
Wow.
who, when he had found one pearl of a great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered of every kind, which, when it was full, they drew to shore and sat down and gathered the good into the vessels, but cast the bad away.
So when it talks about, you know, he sold all that he had, basically, man, you give, cause we already coming into this thing, man. We poor, man. We are the poor of the earth. So it ain't like we got a lot, but you give up your life, man. You give up. You got to give up the ways of this world. Like the scriptures say, you buy the truth and sell it not. You buy into this thing, man. You don't give it up. You don't sell out. You hold on to it. This should be precious to you.
Right.
You know, not some skeezer you fucking with. You know, it's supposed to be about this brotherhood, man. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with getting the box. But I mean, you know, how Jake, you know, deal with a woman, he first get with a woman, he all into it and thing, man, you know, like, she precious to him, he gonna do whatever he can to get with that woman, man, be with that woman. The scripture talk about that. If he got money, he'll give her,
Right.
He'll spend money on her, you know, he'll do whatever he can. And this truth is like a woman, man, wisdom is like a woman. So this thing is valuable to you. You're supposed to give up all that you got, man, to get this knowledge. And I ain't saying to become a bum or to become homeless, but like the scriptures say, man, we make our bodies a living sacrifice. We give up our life in Babylon, man, in order to obtain and to keep this truth. Because the scripture said that he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. So it ain't enough just to get it. You gotta hold on to it, man.
Yeah.
And holding on to it, that's the hard part. Because you're gonna endure, man. You're gonna endure hardships. You're gonna endure pain. So yeah, I believe that. That's going on that.
Salakia earlier too, like in Matthew 13.
Yeah, I wanted to get right quick another parable, 33, brother. The 33rd verse out of there. Because the Lord he was going through a lot of parables in that 13th chapter. He was out on the highways and byways teaching. So basically, he do like we teach, man. He'll say a parable, and then a lot of times he'll go into scripture. I say he would quote the prophets. He would go back, he'll quote the prophets and Moses and the law. And then he'll bring out parables. And then the people would be confounded, but then he would break it down to the disciples. But yeah, 33, man.
It's Matthew 13 and 33. Another parable spake he unto them. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, till the whole was leavened.
Right. Usually you read about leaven, and it's spoken of in a negative connotation. Mm-hmm. But here it's being referenced to the kingdom of heaven, because basically leaven grows. And that's all it represents. So it said the kingdom of heaven is like leaven that a woman hid in a measure of, you know, like, read it again, brother, like some bread she was making.
Another parable spake he unto them. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal.
Right, 3 measures of meal. Until what?
To the whole was leavened.
Right, and I'm bringing all these parables out. This shows that how the Lord was speaking in parables, And then even this parables was telling you that this not for everybody.